the consequences for the international community are greater than in previous attempts because apparently this attempt was successful in perhaps placing a satellite in orbit, but certainly in sustaining the rocket over many thousands of miles. And so it's a technical step up. Of course, there are military implications, the enhanced threat to neighboring countries and even countries farther afield outside of Northeast Asia because of the potential this shows. And of course, there are very serious consequences for the international non-proliferation regime. This is a real hit for any sort of international effort to restrain the development of missile technology or nuclear weapons, and the wedding of the two. Especially disturbing in that regard was apparently there was Iranian and North Korean collusion or cooperation in this latest test. I would like to talk to the diplomatic implications of this. This effort of nearly 20 years, I think, is at an end. I think this test has really driven a nail in the coffin of that particular diplomatic effort. So now decisions will have to be made because North Korea will have to be dealt with. And I think you could say that perhaps a new diplomatic process could be fashioned, and that's not necessarily one without some penalties for North Korea. But I think also a part of the response now will be that all parties, the United States included, will be looking to fundamentals of protecting their national interests. This might very well lead to a tightening of cooperation in response to this threat by the United States and its allies and partners in Northeast Asia. I might say, by the way, that if that happens, that will be part of a more general trend in Northeast Asia, in fact, throughout Asia, where quite frankly now there's not much diplomacy, whether it be on territorial disputes or how to handle China's rise, for instance. So if we are going back to a sort of a foreign policy approach emphasizing protecting your core interest, working closely with allies to provide for the common security and asserting national interests, that will be very much in keeping with what is happening generally. I suspect, having been a part myself of the diplomacy of the last 20 years, which I think was an effort that had to be made, but which has not borne the results that we wished for or expected perhaps, I believe that it's most likely that the international community and the United States will take the second path. That is, looking in an almost traditional way to elements such as protecting core interests, cooperation with allies, and balance of power considerations in Northeast Asia. So in that respect, I think this missile test is a very significant event diplomatically and will change the environment in which the United States, its allies and partners, will address the problem of North Korea.